Hey, this is Cam with the West Central Montana Avalanche Center. We are down in the Southern Bitterroot, and today we're out with some hydrologists, and we are digging a full depth pit, just looking at the cumulative water in the snowpack. And while we're in here with these guys, we thought it'd be fun to go over our entire season, look back at some of our significant weather events now that our forecast season is coming to an end. So total height of snow, this area is a little bit artificially deep compared to some of the other areas down in Southern Bitterroot, but we're about 250 centimeters on these north aspects, kind of mid to upper elevation. So way down here at the bottom, so this is that November snow that fell before Thanksgiving. Still a little bit weak. We still got a little sugar down there. That's likely what that large avalanche on Copperhead and the large avalanche in Hughes Point both failed on. And you can see there's significant mass above it if that were to fail, but really unlikely you're going to trigger that as a skier. So as we move up through the snowpack, we can see our Christmas rain event right here at about 80 centimeters. That crust is pretty much fully gone, decomposed. It's just rounds right now, but you still just have a little bit of discoloration deep in the snowpack. Down all through here, with the exception of this real low stuff, it's just rounds. And then moving up, let's move into February. Here's our President's Day rain event. You can see, well, probably not with the contrast, but it's just a little thinner. It's a little more of an ice lens compared to these sun crusts above it. We can still identify it as a rain event. That being said, we don't have a significant temperature gradient through the snowpack anymore, and the facets around it have really healed. So although we can see remnants of the crust, not as much of a concern. So moving up into the top meter and a half of the snowpack into the last month and a half of the season, that's where our concern is right now. So even though we're on the north aspect, we're not on a very steep slope right now, and this area has been getting some sun. So we've got three sun crusts, three melt freeze crusts here, and these layers did have some small facets around them. That being said, they are healing. We're not seeing a lot of faceting right now in this particular pit, especially on this most recent one. This is the crust that formed at the start of the snowstorm last weekend. This is the persistent weak layer that we have been concerned about. We still are, but it is gaining strength and healing. And then up top, we've just got a couple centimeters of snow for the last week. So overall, that's our season in review down here. Unlikely you're going to trigger something down there on these steep north aspects on that lingering weak facets at the bottom. That being said, we've seen some natural avalanches on the last 2 weeks, and both have been very destructive. So as once we leave here with the hydrolysis, we'll head over to a more solar south aspect and kind of look at these sun crusts kind of more in the areas of concern that we've been talking about in the forecast the last couple days.